Backyard Battles.
These are the beetle weights. They are much more stronger and much more dangerous than the ant weights. There's going to be much more destruction. We have Victor, Cybershock, there we go, Little Drummer Boy, and Amputator. You can see they're all spinners, so it's going to be absolute destruction. We got a bar spinner, a drum spinner, a beater, and a saw. So it's going to be absolute destruction. Anyway, I need to get out of the arena because I'm terrified that these robots are going to start trying to kill me. Anyway, I'm going to pass it back to Doug, who's going to explain how the event works, and I'm going to get out of here.
Thanks very much, Liam. So, guys, I'm going to run over the rules real quick for our event here today. The rules are: matches are 3 minutes in length. The robots can only be pinned against the wall for 10 seconds or held. There's no clear winner. There will be, by the end of the 3 minutes, the judges will vote on aggression, control, and damage. Damage having the highest weighting. Robots have to stay mobile. If the robot becomes immobile, a 10-second count begins. The robots don't move by the end of the 10 seconds. They are Victor and LDB. In the red square. What's your vector? I don't know, but that is Victor. And there's no doubt about it. It's not a toy. It's Little Drummer Boy.
Red team, are you ready? White team, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, brawl!
So Victor's up to speed, LDB is up to speed. Big shot there from LDB. And Victor's already looking a little hamstrung down in the corner. Looks like one of the drive wheels. Nope, it's actually still working. Both those blades are capable of doing just so much damage. Little Drummer Boy is more than considerable. It's using a new beater. It's actually using the Fingertech beater this time around, rather than a custom beater bar. And LDB going flying. Bits and pieces coming off Victor's blade. Looks like it may have stopped spinning there. LDB's on the hunt for sure. Knowing that Victor is lacking any kind of working weapon, this fight is going to go all in favor of LDB is my prediction. And we may have a tap out. Yes, we have a tap out from Victor, who wants to try and preserve that robot for match number 2. So this fight is going to LDB, aka Little Drummer Boy. Over to you, Liam.
Well, that was a very quick match. Shame it ended out as a tap out by the red triangle, Victor. Congratulations to Little Drummer Boy. Commiserations for Victor. So, why did you tap out, Victor?
So, I'm not one to tap out lightly. My belt, so I've upgraded everything on this robot to the point where the last thing is that my belt starts to invert. It used to be kind of loose, then I thickened up a plate, now it's stiffer, and we're just chasing the next failure point. So if I can go and show the camera, I'll show them what I saw and my reasoning for tapping out. So, right there, if you can see the light, there, that's my belt. There's about a strand of belting actually holding it together. Not only that, but you can see that the belt has flipped and fully locked up against the top. In addition to that, I don't think the camera can pick it up, but there is a fracture line, a delamination line along the middle of my pulley here. You can't see it? Excellent. So yeah, this is bound up. I'll actually make the noise. Yeah. I don't need a lockout right now. It will not go. So yeah, those are the reasons I tapped out. I saw the 2 strands holding the belt together, and I knew that there is no coming back from that. I've got some things to fix, and I don't have wheel guards, so I didn't want to leave myself too susceptible. I've got to swap my pulley and maybe go fix some of my drive control issues that I have with my radio right now. But other than that, it will be back. Everything, nothing broke. That's why I did tap out. And yeah, congratulations to Little Drummer Boy.
you always seem to have trouble with that with your bands, haven't you? It's either they're not gripping enough, or they're gripping too much, or they flip over. So what are you going to do to manage that for the next battle?
So maybe not for the next battle, but in the future, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap to a round belting. So even if it flips, doesn't really matter. It's round on all sides. For the next battle, I am going to just swap the pulley and hope it doesn't happen again. Maybe be a little bit more conservative. I don't know. It's going to happen. I've chased down every failure. It used to be that the blade would cut the thinner plate. I added a thicker plate that helped with some of the blade wobbling issues that was happening. It used to break belts. Now it just flips belts. So I guess that's better. But at the end of the day, it's still a failure. So I'm going to keep iterating this robot and try to get it so that it can go the full match. Because when it does go the full match, it's pretty spectacular. There's sparks everywhere. Robots are breaking left and right. But it just has to make it there. So right now it's not doing that. So we'll start, maybe, like I said, not for the next match, but all I can do right now is swap parts and maybe straighten out a few things, try to get that to not come off where its pulley anymore.
Well, hopefully you get ready for the next match, and hopefully have a working robot that can be destructive. Anyway, I best let you go to the pit so you can have more time to get ready. Little drummer boy, congratulations for that win, even though you didn't really cause much damage. Even though it was fantastic, you were flipping each other all around. It was a shame that you entered the arena first, but originally, and then you only had one drive working, which is kind of odd because in the testing zone, you were working perfectly fine. So could you tell us exactly what happened?
Yeah, so we found that, it worked during safety just fine. Then I went to enter the first match, and I lost my left side drive. Turns out it was an ESC that goes bad, between safety and first round as always. So we swapped that out pretty quick, and it seems to be working now. I might tear it open and, get rid of all the electrical tape everywhere and actually do it properly, but, it's working for now.
Yeah, because, it's always the way, isn't it? Whenever you get everything working, you get it through the testing, you get it through the safety, all perfectly fine. First battle, no, not today. And, well, it seems to be the way for this kind of sport. Anyway, you were bouncing around that arena quite a lot, and you were flipping yourself over a lot. Is there any damage that you've got to repair for the next battle, or is it all ready to go?
I got a little bit of damage on my top panel there. You can see there's a good cutout. Here's a good L-shaped cutout. I'm not really sure how Victor managed to do that without hitting my wheel. But I think I'm fighting Cyber Shock next, so I might not even worry about it. Might just tape over it. It'll be good enough.
Cyber Shock, as you've heard the death hum in the arena, it's absolutely terrifying. Are you terrified of that robot? And also, do you know what you're going to do to them?
I'm excited. I don't think I've ever fought Cyber Shock before. So I'm really excited to see, what it can do. I didn't get to catch the first fight because I was fixing my ESC, but I know he's a good builder, so I'm excited to turn his robot upside down a little bit,
Well, that robot is an absolute gorgeous bit of work. So would you feel bad about destroying it, or would you feel a sense of pride?
I don't know if I'd feel pride, but it would be a little bit of fun, yeah.
Well, this is going to be very interesting. Anyway, congratulations for the win. Prepare yourself for the next battle and make sure that everything's working. Hopefully your speed controllers do not randomly die, because that would be absolutely upsetting considering that you just won this match. Anyway, congratulations. I shall let you go back to the pits and get ready.
So, Little Drummer Boy successfully takes out Victor in that match. Victor's going to go down to loser's bracket and will face the loser of Amputator versus Cybershock. Little Drummer Boy, meanwhile, in the semifinals will face the winner.
Cybershock in the red corner. Amputator in the white corner. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cybershock. Wait, I got it. It's the one who knocks. It's Cybershock. Oh, I got it. He's gonna slice up all the haters. It's Amputator. Here we go.
Red team, are you ready? White team, are you ready?
Both robots are ready.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Cybershock's up to speed. Big hit there. Sparks, big hit. Amputator's upside down, but is able to self-right now. Right into that dustpan goes Cybershock. Man, Cybershock is super quick. Gets around the sides of Amputator. Amputator's designed to not really have that happen. It's so wide, the idea is the robots can't get around the sides. Cybershock kind of being forced to dial back its weapon a little bit, or its weapon gone down, I'm not sure. I think that weapon might be dead. We could be in for a bit of a pushing driving match here. I see a belt come off. But Cybershock's quite the pushing robot, so not out of this by any means. Cybershock is upside down. Amputator's going to corral him into the corner. We're going to see that saw come into play here, maybe. Actually, it looks like the belt has come off of Amputator's saw. So I don't think we're going to see any cutting either. So both robots' main weapons seem to be disabled. Or is it? A little bit of life left in it from Cybershock. Definitely had his weapon spinning for a moment there. A lot of driving power in both of these robots. Plenty of time left here, folks. A minute and a half remaining. The robots are going to be jockeying for position. We got a nice clamp from Amputator there, using his saw arm as a clamping arm. Can't cut, can't do damage, but can control and bash his robot, his opponent's robot, into the corner. The robots are tied up. Amputator getting joke points there. It's not a hammer. We know it's not a hammer. You can't fool us. Ooh, Cybershock's in an awkward spot there. Poking away with his saw. Man, and that blade wants to spin on Cybershock. It really wants to. Oh, it's back upside right. Upside right. Not upside down. Really darty little robot is Cybershock. Time is definitely ticking out here, though, folks. Last 10 seconds of the match here. And boy, I can see some damage done to both robots.
3,
And it's
2,
going to be a close one.
1.
What a fight. It's going to come down to a judge's decision.
That was a fantastic battle. It's a shame that both robots' weapons seemed to have stopped quite early on, which was a shame because we were expecting more destruction. We are currently waiting for the judge's decision. However, congratulations to both of you. That was fantastic. I can see you're working on your robot over there. Oh dear. Firstly, I want to speak to your Ty. There we go. Got my names in my head. About Cybershock. Well, actually, first before Cybershock, you built a robot, I think last year, that was made of something out of 3D printed stuff, and it completely obliterated itself. Is that true?
Yeah, it was
2 years ago.
Yeah. That's why I'm Team Splode now. I didn't even make it to the event. I was in testing. It just detonated, and I was hooked ever since. So.
It was a fantastic robot that you made, and it didn't even manage to even battle something. It just completely exploded, which is fantastic. Anyway, I see that you made a copy of Hypershock. Hypershock. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful robots that I've seen out of this event so far. Obviously, I'm guessing you're a fan of Hypershock.
Yeah, just a little bit. Definitely rooting for them this season. So hopefully they come back with the nut, and hopefully I get the judge's decision.
So what happened to your blade? Because it's like it was spinning quite powerfully, and then suddenly it completely slowed down.
Right. So upon impact, like I'm just using O-rings for the belt, and I had one skip off and then start rubbing on the side of the motor. So it slowed it down considerably. There's no damage to it. I just got to slip them back on, and it's ready to go again. So the saw didn't do any damage. Yes, because this very thin armor, that thing would make Swiss cheese of it pretty easily. So, yeah, it wasn't the exciting fight I was hoping for, but it was a lot of fun. So.
Oh, yeah, we got a decision. Go ahead, Doug.
So the winner by split decision is Cybershock.
Woo! Well, you got the decision. Congratulations. Firstly, let's speak to Amputator. So, as I said before the event started, I love oversaw blades, but yours didn't seem to get any spinning action. What happened?
I'll show you why. It's because he clipped the saw. You know what? I'll just bring it close to the camera so everyone can see how bad this is. So he clipped the pulley right there, which bent it. The whole shaft is like completely bent and not like a U shape, but it's pretty bad. Definitely can't spin. The bearings have exploded. The arm panels are, you can't see, they're not really parallel. It's kind of hard to see it on camera, but the two panels that make up the arm are not parallel anymore. So that has to get bent back into shape. I think the only functional part of the saw is the motor and the saw blade itself, which is good because that's the easiest to, that would be the most difficult to repair. But yeah, you can see why it doesn't spin.
Is it going to take long for you to fix? Do you think the weapon's going to be a write-off for the event, or do you think you're going to be able to fix it in time?
I can fix it. I have a history of getting saws that have been written off working again, but this is nowhere nearly that bad because the motor and the blade are still fine. I think I'm just going to have to cut that shaft out, put a new one in, put a new pulley on, and it should be fine, hopefully.
Well, I hope so too, because as I said before the event, I love these kind of robots. Anyway, give it a round of applause for Amputator. Come on, hands clap. Thank you very much. Anyway, I best leave you to the pit so you can get your robot ready for the losers battle. Yep. Commiserations, and I hope you get your weapon ready because it'd be absolutely fantastic to see it actually working.
I just want to get one cut. One cut.
Hang on. Anyway, and congratulations to Cybershock. So, have you got any other damage to fix before the next event?
I just fixed it when I was standing there waiting, so I'm ready to go. Just put a new battery in it, and yeah, hopefully these belts stay on. There's nothing I have here that I can make to fix that, so it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to fight Victor next.
Why don't you want to fight Victor?
Because it does a lot of damage, and I mean, that'll end my day pretty quick, I think. So anyways, ready to go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I get LDB, because I think I got a shot at taking one of them wheels. So.
Well, at least you managed to get your robot quickly fixed. All you had to do was just put the bands on, which was fantastic. Anyway, I best leave you back to the pits to make sure you need to change batteries or anything. Anyway, congratulations, and I'll see you in the next battle.
So, Little Drummer Boy successfully takes out Victor in that match. Victor's going to go down to loser's bracket and will face the loser of Amputator versus Cybershock. Little Drummer Boy, meanwhile, in the semifinals will face the winner.
So Victor has a horizontal spinning bar. Amputator with an overhead cutting saw. I guess
Red
we're going.
team, are you ready? White team, are you ready? 3,
Both
2,
robots
1.
are ready.
Brawl!
Here we go. Victor with that big spinning blade, gonna be trying to get around the back of Amputator. Amputator's saw came down for a second there, guys. I don't know about that. Big impact there from Victor. Amputator doing a good job keeping that saw out of the way. Cutting down, it's going right into that support. It's going right in, it's cut through the support. It is actually cut through the support, ladies and gentlemen. It's going right into the brushless motor. We have a tap out. We have a tap out! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is one of the best fights I've ever seen. I cannot believe that. You wait till you see the damage that has been done on the support to Victor's weapon. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Amputator, because that was absolutely fantastic. Commiserations to Victor. Oh, who should I speak to first? Because I love them both. I'm going to choose Victor. Oh, dear. Yes, you do need to come up, my dear.
again, I don't like tapping out, but yeah, today's not my day for tapping out. Like, would you believe
That
it?
is insane.
So right here we have a clean cut all the way through. Actually, quite a bit wider than his saw blade. It looks like he actually got 2 cuts in here. My motor is also all chewed up. It does spin. I was able to spin it. Not much good when the belt's all broken, though. So, yeah, in that one chop, he went right through my belt, so my belt would run along that way. So that got cut. This guy is now cut. Had the belt been there, it probably would be rigid enough to still spin, but again, it got cut. So he had me. I actually got trapped up against the wall, couldn't spin up. And my wheels are very small, right? So if he gets an edge up, I can't really get away. My battery is right here. And had my weapon still been available, I would have probably not tapped out. But he had me. My battery's here. I don't want to burn down my own garage. Yeah, no, it's awesome seeing Amputator work. Amputator's been having its ups and its downs, getting the saw reliable. And I know he's gotten a few good hits, good cuts before, but this one is like clean through the blade. My battery, like I said, is right there. You can't see the depth, but there, I don't know if that comes out. Yeah, it's almost all the way through. If I took it off, I bet there'd be an imprint on the opposite side. Right. So yeah, not Victor's best showing. Actually, I did a lot better the other day under its alias of Kent. Maybe it's gonna come back another day. I don't know. I don't know if I can get this sorted in time, but yeah, really happy for Amputator getting its big cut. I know Garrett's probably ecstatic.
Commiserations, because that was an absolutely fantastic battle. And as I said, I love saw-bladed robots, and you made my day for cutting into that support. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Pleased.
Pleased? Is that all you can say?
Well, I got my choice cut. Whenever I go to an event with Amputator, my only goal is just to get one really nice cut. And I think I got it.
Of course you did. You definitely gave a nice cut. Even if you went a bit deeper, you might have actually caused a fire in the arena.
I got my cut, though, because that weapon is terrifying, and it was starting to really chew apart these front supports. So if I didn't get that cut, I mean, if the match kept on going, she could have easily clipped the saw. That would have been it. Could have flipped me over. Anything like that could have happened. So I'm glad I got that cut.
Well, I'm glad that you got that cut too. Is there any damage that needs to take a while, or is it just good to go straight away for the next battle?
Some of these supports are a little bit bent. Some of the brackets might need a little bit of straightening out. But other than that, not really. I think it's pretty much good to go for its next fight.
Fantastic. Well, you're definitely a cut above the rest. Ha ha ha. Anyway, congratulations, and I would love to see you in the next battle. Commiseration to you, Victor. I believe you're now eliminated. I'm very sorry, but it's been lovely having you today. Congratulations and commiserations. Anyway, congratulations to you. You may now go to the pits to get ready for your next battle. Even though... Oh, and that very lovely walk. Fantastic. Well, as I said, a cut above the rest. They're ready for the next battle.
It's no ploy, it's Little Drummer Boy. In white, we have Cybershock. Let's go, folks. That sounded bad.
Red team, are you ready?
Here we go.
White team, are you ready?
Little Drummer Boy's ready. Cybershock
3,
is ready.
2, 1.
Both robots instantly up speed. Some hard impacts to open the match. Neither robot getting the better of the other one. There it is. Cybershock, wow! Something just went shattering around the arena. I don't know what it was. Another huge impact there. What a fight. Jeez! LDB is back on its feet. Cybershock's back on its back. LDB's got a hungry drum and it's looking for a wheel to munch on. More pieces come flying off. I don't know what it was, but something just got shattered. It looks like a piece of that armor might be loose on the top of Cybershock. More big hits. LDB sends itself flying. Uh-oh, and that something just broke on LDB. I don't know what it was, but it doesn't sound like we have a working weapon anymore. The belt has come off. Looks like the belt is off on LDB. Both robots' weapons are disabled. Still a minute and a half left in this fight, guys. Only halfway through. It's going to be a slam 'em up, bash 'em up drive fest from here. Both robots' drives fully functional. Kind of unreal the amount of damage and hits they were taking throughout the fight. You're going to be relying on knocking something maybe that's loose or coming loose. Wow, a lot of force behind that drive system on Cybershock. And it's just absolutely unreal. It's really imitating its namesake in how it performs in terms of just maintaining control of a match despite the fact that it doesn't have its weapons here. LDB really struggling. It's a shoving match and Cybershock is winning it. LDB needs to get an angle or something to try and get a shove in on Cybershock. It looks like the batteries are getting a little low here. Another slam from Cybershock. Taking LDB for a ride. Just 10 seconds left here, guys.
3, 2,
Wow.
1.
The whole arena just shook from those hits right at the end. Cybershock's going to take that one by split decision. I'm going to send it over right now to Liam, who has our two drivers.
It's an absolute fantastic battle. Congratulations to you both. That was absolutely amazing. Hitting your robots all over across the arena floor and hitting the Lexan. Congratulations. That was absolutely amazing. Commiserations to Little Drummer Boy. I shall speak to you first. We saw that your belt of your weapon came off. Is that going to be a problem to fix for the next battle?
Nope, shouldn't be. So basically, by the looks of it, when the robot fought at Motorama, the pulley on the weapon exploded and lost a flange. Didn't have time to get a spare, so I 3D printed a new one, and the 3D print exploded, and then the belt just fell off because of that. So I mean, I just fixed it. I just got to put a new 3D printed piece on. It should be good to go.
Well, that's definitely matching the team name. Exploding things is their kind of thing. Is there any other damage that you got to fix before the next match? Is there anything you got to change apart from the belt pulley?
No, overall, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Yeah, I just need a new battery and a new 3D printed piece, and I think that's it.
Is it going to take long to fix?
No, it shouldn't take long at all.
That's good to hear, because you've got one more chance to actually go through. Otherwise, you're going to be eliminated. So I'm going to let you go and get prepared for the next battle. Congratulations, Cybershock. How do you feel about that result?
That was a pretty tight fight. I took quite a bit of damage. That little thing hits pretty hard, and my little belt fix with electrical tape, it worked. It held up, but yeah, I got some damage to fix for sure before the next fight. So
You're definitely like giving some impressive hits, and you're definitely like the the bigger version that you lovely designed. Is there any other things that is going to take long to get prepared for the next battle, do you think?
I haven't even fully assessed the damage, but I have a spare robot basically. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I should be ready.
Well, it's always good to have spares. Little Drummer Boy was definitely gunning for your wheels. He the driver Tyler definitely wanted one of your wheels. It's normally you don't see robots very willing to have exposed tires, and you have 4 lovely juicy tires that the teams would love to grab onto. But your driving is very, very amazing to get away from the destructive weapons of the spinners. How do you feel about the next matchup?
Who's the next match?
Actually, it's 'cause
We don't know yet, do we?
no, actually, no, we don't know yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense no matter who it is. So there's some tough robots here, and everyone hits pretty hard. I'm sure Amputator probably wants another shot at it. So if we can make that happen, then good luck.
Amputator is the one that you most fear, don't you? Because they can. Yeah, as soon as those you're pinned against the wall, if their swords going, you're going to be in trouble. What are you going to feel about that if you're against them?
If I'm in an awkward position and I can't get out of it and he's about to drop the saw, I'm probably just going to tap out so we don't set the place on fire. So, but it's a matter of catching it because you can see this thing's pretty speedy. I can't even keep it still. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. If it's... Victor that I get to fight, I get to try out my titanium wedge, which I've been running the wedgelets all day, and they're working pretty good, but I spent a lot of time making that, so I want to see if it works.
Well, hopefully you manage to be against Victor, and then you actually get to test out your wedge. Anyway, congratulations. I shall leave you to go to the pits to make sure that everything is working and there's no hidden damages for the next battle. Congratulations. Well, that was one very hectic battle with robots flying over the arena floor and going everywhere. Anyway, let's get ready for the next match.
So, Cybershock, moving on to the finals, they are going to face the winner of Little Drummer Boy versus Amputator, and I am really excited to see what Amputator can do here against LDB.
No reason to play coy. Please welcome Little Drummer Boy in the red. It's not Instigator, it's much better. It's Amputator. Oh yeah, there you go. We're busting out the high level rhymes here, folks.
Red team, are you ready? White team, are you ready?
Red corner is ready. White corner is
3,
ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see some
1,
fighting robots right now. Wow, big hits there from the drum. Amputator is going to have to self-right and manages it. But again, LDG is struggling. Are we going to see the cut from Garrett? He's going to be careful. He doesn't want to bring that saw down into that spinning weapon. He wants to hit the top nice and clean. We're waiting to see if he can get that a good angle or a nice pin. Something is cut off the front. Looks like he's lost some of his brackets. LDB wearing away at parts in that wedge. Oh no, Garrett might be high centered. We've seen this before. He manages to get loose. Another big gear. The middle kind of claw on Amputator's dustpan is kind of loose and it's getting hot underneath him at times. The saw is still intact, I think. If he gets a good pin, he can bring it down here. And here comes the saw. It's spinning, it's going down. It did not quite penetrate. It's shredding it a little bit. Going in again. He's chewing up the top. He's chewing up. He's doing radio electronics. Oh, that might be it. Robots are wedged together, but I don't see LDV spinning or moving. Tyler's going to kick it. The robots are stuck together. The saw is fully embedded. We might call a pause here. We're going to pause the match and separate the robots. Tyler is, we might be calling a knockout here. Yeah, we're going to call a knockout in favor of Amputator. Wow. There we go. Look at the damage that has been done. Sawed right, look at the wires that have been cut out. Straight up, Amputator chawed right into the electronics of LDB and ended this fight. That's the second fight in a row where a single cut from Amputator was an instant loss for the other robot.
What a fantastic battle. We had to call it the end because, well, Tyler's robot was absolutely destroyed. We had to get the robot out of the arena just in case the battery was going to implode. And how quickly I've ever seen Tyler run. You knew that was something was wrong. Tyler, please tell me how badly damaged your robot is.
I'm looking at it. I think the only good part in it still is the 3 motors, but the 2 controllers, the 3 controllers, receiver, the battery's gone. The fingers tech switch looks okay too.
Please show the camera the lovely, lovely damage that I'm so sorry to see on your robot.
Yeah, so, I mean, coming out of the arena, it looked like this, but still had most of the cover here. As I grabbed it out, I saw some sparking even with the robot turned off, so I had to run to grab some pliers to get the battery out of there. The battery is missing all of the leads, so the main lead as well as the balance lead. And yeah, you can see there's the receiver. It's missing a chunk. The Vex 29 no longer has a casing on it. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. And yeah, I mean, like I said, the battery's gone, but that's the mess inside. So I mean, that's about it. It needs basically new electronics.
Well, it looks like you're definitely going to have to rework on that robot. Otherwise, you haven't got anything really to work on, have you? Oh dear. That's how much. I'm going to ask, how much do you think it's going to cost to get that robot back to normal?
I mean, I got spares of all of this. Maybe a few hours. I don't know.
Well, at least it's not going to spend too much money or mostly time. Well, sadly, you are eliminated, but you did it in fantastic style. I've never seen you run that fast to get a battery out before, so well done for that, making sure it's completely safe. Yeah, I'm sure that you saw on the footage that they had to get the battery out and put it into that red canister, because if a lipo's damaged or it's going to implode, we have to make sure that it's put away safely. Otherwise, it could cause so much harm as well as a fire. Anyway, congratulations and commiserations. You went out with style, so that's going to be something you've got to be happy about, I'm guessing.
Oh, absolutely. No, the robot definitely performed very well. I tried a few different things this time around, and I'm happy with how it turned out. So not a complete loss, I guess.
Well, again, congratulations and commiserations. Anyway, I shall send you to the pits to put your robot back together, even though there's no point.
Yeah. Put it back together, sure.
Well, it's again, commiserations, but thank you very much for competing today. Amputator. Well, you are definitely living up to your name. You definitely amputated that robot into oblivion.
It's a bit more like a disembowelment.
You weren't being gentle at all. You were going for it. I saw you when you were trying to get the blade, but there wasn't a perfect chance. You pinned them against the wall, and that's when it started coming in and making sure that you did some serious damage. And that's what I wanted to see with that robot.
Speaking of serious damage, he did some pretty significant damage to me. Not enough to cripple me, but it was enough that, I mean, I don't know how much longer I could have gone before some big chunk could have fallen off. My goal with that fight is just to outlast him and just take as many hits as possible, as many as it takes until I get him in that perfect spot. And it was coming pretty close to where I wouldn't been able to do that for much longer. I'll show the camera some of the damage he inflicted. So this front spike is absolutely chewed apart, and the mounting pivot point is come loose on one side. So, so a few more hits would have knocked the spike right off. And both of these side panels have had some of their supporting brackets removed. On this side, it's gone outright. So a few more hits and this could have been ripped off. So yeah, it was coming pretty close, but I'm glad I got that killer shot at the end.
Yeah, because I saw you actually getting either stuck on your own spike, or you had no grip to the arena floor. And also, you kept hitting the holes as well as the seam in the arena floor because of the spike. Is that going to be an easy fix, or are you just going to take it out?
I'm just going to file the spike down. Actually, I don't have to do that. I have a spare. I'll just use the spare, and then I'll keep this mangled one. I'll file it down at home and use it as a spare. But yeah, I should be fine. I should be good to go.
Fantastic. And you are now against Cybershock. And I've spoken to Ty, and he's absolutely terrified of you right now, especially what he's just seen. Are you going to give it your all, just make sure you get that nice sweet cut again?
I mean, all I have to do is just keep my front end pointed at him and make sure he doesn't clip my saw again. That's it. I mean, if I can pin him, I can absolutely chop through him. But I just have to make sure he doesn't hit the saw, because he's very fast, and he can definitely orbit around me faster than I could accurately spin to face him. So he's really dangerous.
Yeah, and he did say he was terrified. Oh, hello, Ty. Yes. Make sure the blade is nice and clean, ready for the next battle. So, are you going to try and make it a 3 in a row, and possibly a lipo fire?
I mean, I'm definitely going to try to win, and I'm definitely going to try and kill a battery. Maybe.
And we're going to have to deal up with the cleanup. Anyway, congratulations, Amputator. Get ready for the final. Fantastic battle. Well, that was definitely a battle to be seen, and definitely a battle to be feared for the next one. All I can say is good luck, Ty. You're going to need it against that robot.
And will he ever? Cybershock and Amputator is shaping up to be one of the best finals we've had. Cybershock capable of doing so much damage, and Amputator also shown itself to be more than capable of dishing out the punishment.
Guys, I got proper intros this time around. In the red square, it's not Will Bales, and it's not meant to mock. With 2 spinning blades, it'll give your bot a rock when you get near Cybershock. And in the white corner, if your bot's the magnet, it's the satyr. Inside your bot, the saw hangs around till later. Please welcome Amputator.
Red team, are you ready?
Cybershock's ready.
White team, are you ready?
Amputator is
3,
ready.
2, 1, brawl!
Fight, robot, fight! Cybershock, up to speed. Wow, a tremendous hit! 4 or 5 somersaults there. Amputator's still working. I don't know what the done to the blade. Looks like it's still busy functional. Cybershock looking neat as anything. That front fork is really heads up. Wow, another tremendous hit, and that saw is going to be disabled. A huge hit. Cybershock is all over Amputator here. Looks like that saw is going to be disabled on Amputator. It's not going to be getting any cuts this time. It's going to be a control match for Amputator here on out. He can still clamp. It's too bad he couldn't keep that saw alive. He's doing damage right there. Potentially game-ending damage at that, as we've seen in the previous fight. But then Cybershock is struggling to spin up. Amputator is tanking enough hits. He's going to take a control fight from here out. Not envy the judges. Tremendous hits open this fight, and now it's going to be a push-shove control match. He's trying to bash and knock something loose with a tremendous jolt. Possibility is there. Amputator absolutely is still receiving damage. Wow, a great hook there. Up against the ball. Amputator scoring brownie points. Arm poking away at Cybershock. It actually is showing control. He's pinning Cybershock here. Again, showing control. Robots can't pin for longer than 10 seconds at a time. Imagine if Cybershock is able to get that blade going in one more time. There's just 1 minute left in this fight, guys. Amputator is all over Cybershock in the second half of the fight. Wow, nice little bit of driving there from Cybe. Cybershock. Flipping and flopping all over the place here. Wow, really well driven there. I don't know what that was spinning. Something grinding away, I don't know what. Just 10 seconds left in this fight, folks. someone make something happen.
3, 2, 1.
And that's going to do it for our championship match here at Brawl.
Congratulations to both teams. That was absolutely fantastic. We have to make sure that none of the lights are damaged when your robot hit the ceiling and your robot was causing the damage. Anyway, congratulations to your win. Commiserations for you. Basically, so what happened to your weapon? Because in the previous battle, it was actually coming into attack. However, for some reason, you didn't exactly come in attack with this one. What happened?
Well, that's not entirely true. The weapon was still half functional. The weapon has 2 motors, and one of them was still moving, so it just transitioned from being a saw into be kind of a grippy butt, you know, or a really weak hammer. But anyway, what happened was the reason why the saw died is not because he hit it, it was because he hit me and the saw hit the ceiling, and the force of that just blew the whole thing apart. Both bearings in there are like completely gone. There's no more bearings. Pulley fell off, the belt fell off, and that's just the damage to the saw. It gets worse. Like if you can see these side, I'll show the camera. You can see these side panels are just completely torn apart. This one shredded. This one, actually, the part where it transitions from being a dustpan into a wheel guard. This wheel guard did its job because the wheel's fine, but this thing is like just hanging on by a thread. And the bottom plate, the carbon fiber bottom plate, which I really don't want to touch in its current state, is like splintered apart and about to... So that might go all the way through. I don't know. I don't really want to touch it, but it was a good hit. And yeah, there's just various chunks and dents all over this thing. But it still works.
Well, that's the main thing. It actually, your robot still works at the end of that brutal encounter with that devilish spinning weapon. Well, it's a shame that you lost because you definitely went out with style. You won by cutting into many of the other robots, and you destroyed Tyler's robot. But shame you didn't manage to destroy Ty's robot, which was, as much as I love your robot, Ty, I was kind of hoping to see some lipo fire. But however, it's commiserations that you are eliminated, but at least you did come second, so it was fantastic seeing you today. How do you feel about the end result?
I'm very happy because that was a good fight. Really, I don't care if I win or lose as long as I have good fights. And I guess winning is good because you get to have more opportunities for good fights. But still, that's the end goal, good fights. And that was a very good fight.
That is very, very true. And anyway, congratulations to Cybershock. Fantastic robot. Love the design. It was a shame that you didn't go up in flames, which I was kind of hoping for. However, congratulations. It was an absolute brutal encounter, as I said before. Is there any damage on your robot?
No, the weapon belts just came off again, so I need to figure out a solution for that. But everything else functional, and I got to see what it could do today, which was really cool. The wheels, nobody took one. They're still there for the taking.
We can see our temporary cameraman Tyler saying, "Come and give me a tire." He wants one. He's not going to get one because his robot's absolutely destroyed. But yeah, congratulations, because again, it's a fantastic robot. Love it to bits. However, again, next time could you at least go on fire, because it'd be fantastic. Anyway, is there anything that you're going to change for the robot for the next time?
Hopefully figure out this weapon belt issue. I didn't really have time to design anything properly, so I used O-rings like a dum-dum, and now I'm paying for it. But I won today, so I mean, I did something right anyway. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was good to see what it could do. It's been a year since we fought last, so really excited to be here. And I just wanted to make the highlight reel and then come out with a win of the whole thing. That's pretty cool. So I'm pretty thrilled.
Well, you definitely made the highlight reel, and this time you didn't explode, which is fantastic. Anyway, congratulations and commiserations. It has been a fantastic final, and definitely worth of the Brawl Hall of Fame. You both have been fantastic, so thank you very much for the final, because it's been, I hope the audience enjoyed it as well as we did.
And it was indeed a Cybershock versus Amputator. One of the best fights that we've seen. Amputator being sent somersaulting I don't know how many times off of that one early hit. And that was certainly an excellent fight. I'm looking forward to seeing what Cybershock can do in the grand finals. We still have another episode, another week of the Beetle weight qualifiers coming up. But that's going to do it for this week. Thanks to Liam Haddock. Thanks to Kevin Burchell, Andrea Valenzuela, Ravi Babulal, everyone here from Bot Brawl, all the competitors, all the robots, and all of you for watching. Thanks. We'll see you next time.